Hey, what's up, guys? So originally I had like a whole schedule for this week, and this video was actually supposed to be one of the last videos I was gonna do this week, but because of a certain someone, she kind of persuaded me to do it first because she wanted to find out about this badass character. Yeah, that's right. In this video I'll be talking about one of the most badass characters that I've recently found in manga, and man, to top it all off, she's a queen. Yeah, so thanks a lot for suggesting that I do this video first. So this badass queen that I found is from the manga, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now for those of you who do not want to be spoiled and who have not read it yet, then I suggest that you do not watch this video because unfortunately I have to talk about spoilers in this one. So, The Rising of the Shield Hero. To start off, I have to speak about how the story progresses and how the story starts to actually get to why the queen is such a badass. And before you guys say anything, this has no relation to Absolute Duo. It's got no relation to that piece of crap. Not the slightest bit of relation, so you can't even think, like, have them in the same thought process at all. You know, that and this are two different things. Get your ass out of here, man. So the story starts out with our main character. He's kind of a otaku and he appears in this new world. So yeah, he appears in this new world along with 3 other people in order to take on the role as one of the 4 legendary heroes. Now these 4 heroes are the shield hero, the lance hero, I'm sure it's the sword hero, and the bow hero. Those 4 heroes. Now our main character, Iwatani Naofumi, is the shield hero who is considered to be the weakest out of all the heroes. So yeah, the shield hero is considered the weakest and is usually looked down upon by all the other heroes, by all the other, citizens of this world. In this world there are demi-humans, there are all sorts of different kinds of creatures, not just humans themselves. And basically it's like, I don't know if it's like this for everyone there, but it's basically like a game, because the heroes, they can level up, they get item drops and all those different types of things. So of course when he first gets summoned to this world, he's excited and he's like, he's curious, and he's actually, when the series first started, he's a very trusting person, very passionate person, until 3 days in he kind of gets framed and all of his belongings get stolen. He was framed for raping a girl, and yeah, everything gets stolen, and that's when his reputation and his name was tarnished, and that's when he just turned over as a character. So after the experience that I just explained, he became dark and cynical, and he just changed as a character in general. He trusted someone and then he just got screwed over in every possible way, and ever since then no one has been on his side. Like, everyone's looked down on him, everyone didn't want to be a part of him, and just everyone hated him. Not just only for those events, but because he was the shield hero. And that is also why he was targeted in the first place, because he was the shield hero. Now, as I said before, the shield hero is the weakest out of all 4 heroes, so he can't actually fight for himself to level up. What did Naofumi do? He went to the slave market in that world to get himself a slave to fight for him so that he can level up and get stronger. So when we actually get to the part in the slave market, we can actually still see a part of his good side and his caring side, because he sees a young raccoon girl. She's sick, she's been through a lot, and she's scared. She's one of the cheaper slaves, and so then he ended up paying a cheaper price for her. Gave her a meal and something and sent her out to fight. But the money he got from that, he used to help make her get better. And there we see a bit of his kindness still intact. The story between her and Naofumi is it's a real touching one, and I really recommend you guys check that out. So yeah, after that you can start seeing he starts to get a little bit more open and caring. But you see, the thing I like about this character is that it's not one of the ordinary main characters of a story where he's like all fighting for righteousness and for justice. He actually wants to take revenge of those who actually did him wrong in the beginning of the story. He's out for revenge, and he's still gonna save the world. He's still getting stronger. He still fights off hordes of these demons, but his main goal is to take revenge on those who caused him wrong. And he has to do this without the help from anybody. Now the other three heroes have the help from the kingdom, from the citizens, they have all that support, and he has no one. We see in latest chapters that it was pointed out that he's got no humans under him. To me, I don't see that as a problem. I mean, so what? He doesn't have a human under him. I think it's actually better that he doesn't, because it shows that he doesn't discriminate because of your species. I think that's actually really good that he actually doesn't have a human under him. And from what I've seen in the story so far, these humans are actually douchebags. So coming to the recent chapters, now that you know all the backstory, he actually went against like the church. I think that's what they call them. I'm not sure if it's like a monastery or some other funny thing, but that's what they call them, the church. It was like the archbishop or something. And they recently fought against the archbishop. He apparently had the powers of all 4 shield heroes, but it requires like a lot of like mana, and that mana is taken from the life force of others. So yeah, it's not really something that you should use, but the archbishop is obviously an evil douchebag, so he used it anyway. So that battle, the shield hero was actually cornered with the other heroes and was actually forced to fight this archbishop. Now the funny thing is, the shield hero was the most useful out of all those heroes. The other heroes didn't do jack. They were defeated in an instant. That's how weak they were compared to the shield hero. After this big fight, the shield hero managed to block one of the big attacks and save everybody there. We get a glimpse of a figure saying that the main priority is to treat the shield hero's wounds. At first I'm like, okay, who's this? I mean, you know, it didn't even cross my mind, like not even 1 second, that it'll be the queen. Because we've only heard things about the queen. I mean, the king cast out the shield hero. He like didn't even want to hear about it, because the person who framed him was actually the princess, the king and queen's daughter. We haven't seen the queen, and then now we finally get to see the queen. And man, when we see the queen, she first apologizes to the shield hero for the way he has been treated, and she also states that he shall not be treated the way he has been treated. Now, she is completely honest, and she does mention that she still wants to use the shield hero, but of course that's why the heroes are there, so they can be used to defend, you know, the world. The first thing, so they're walking to the throne room where the king sits on his chair, all high and mighty. They walk into there. Oh, what she does next, she takes her fan, those Chinese fans, and she just waves and freezes the king and doesn't want to hear any of his bullshit, saying the king was stating that, oh, you're brainwashed by the shield hero, and she's just like, bullshit, and she freezes his ass and saying that the shield hero has no such power. Oh, you know how happy I was when that happened. And not just that, he started blabbering and blabbering, so she just froze him completely, and I was just like, yeah boy, good some. Yeah, and Multi-2, that's the princess's name, she also got what was coming to her. She was also handcuffed, and yeah, they were both, Multi, the princess, and the king were both stripped of their royal status, like instantly. Like she didn't listen to shit. She just stripped them of their royal status, and also now for me wanted them to be executed. And the thing is, the queen first agreed. So what happened was, then the queen decided to hold like a public declaration. So she got the two together, she brought them in handcuffs, and stated publicly that they will no longer have royal status, and that they will be executed. But then she is the queen, but they are still her family, her husband and her daughter. So then she wanted to show that she is the authority of the country, the most powerful authority, but then she also doesn't want to actually kill her family. So what she does is she kind of, tries to convince the shield hero not to actually do the death penalty, but to actually, anything else besides the death penalty. So he realizes this and says, okay, so I can do anything else besides the death penalty? And she's like, of course. And this is, of course, the lance hero was like the princess's, like, he really kissed the ring, like, if you know what I mean. He couldn't believe that she had done this. So yeah, she did nothing but lie that whole entire time, and eventually she came and told the truth. begging the shield hero for, you know, mercy and all that stuff. And when she did that, he just snapped. He couldn't take it anymore because of all the things that she has done to him. So he's just like, it's a death penalty for you. But yeah, and then we get to the part where they're both handcuffed and then stripped of their royal status. And what he actually chooses instead of the death penalty is that both of them be called by a new name. Instead of the king's name, that was some long ass name I'm not even going to bother to remember because of his new name. And instead of Multi for the princess, they are now called Trash and King. Oh. They are now called Trash and Bitch. And whoever does not call them by these names will have severe punishment. Oh man, when she did that, her own daughter even. Throughout that whole session that they were there in the royal court or palace or whatever you want to call it, she referred to her daughter as bitch. And she legit called them the scum of the country. It feels so good for when characters actually get what they deserve, because you really start hating these characters, and then when they get what they deserve, it's just like justice. And yo, but man, this queen, and another reason why she's so badass, when that Lance hero from Kissing the Ring so much says, but no, Princess Multi couldn't have, and then he just stops after he sees the look in her eyes. She legit gave him the death stare of note because he didn't call her bitch. So yeah guys, that's the whole reason why I love this queen so damn much. She just came out of nowhere and laid down the law. She let everyone know that that kind of shit is not happening in her country. And yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything to piss off that queen. But yeah guys, that's all I got for this one. If you liked anything I had to say, smash that like button down below. Also don't forget to subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one guys. Peace out. Cheers.